What's up, y'all? This is your girl Kamani. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and fuck with your girl. Also go to exclusiveglamguidance.bigcartel.com and shop with your girl. So this is going to be a story time, y'all. Let's just take a moment to thank God for our growth, our elevation, for our experiences in life that has really matured us. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So y'all, this is story time about how my ex ended up homeless, and I found out that he was still fucking his baby mama. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yes, bitch. That is, bitch. That's some hot ass tape, bitch. So anyway, so this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like we going out, we going on dates and shit, we hanging out all the time. And it's like the way that we would hang out with each other and stuff, like I would have never thought that there was another bitch in the picture, right? These niggas can be slack now. They can be slack. So you know how you just be that something like, nah, this motherfucker has something. But you like, and you keep going back and forth like, it can't be no bitch because he wouldn't da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be something else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we would like go out, like we would like hang out, go out late. Like for example, we may go to City Walk. It's like, you know, City Walk be open late. You know, it's like 12, you know what I'm saying, 1. You know, it's late as fuck. You know what I'm saying? We hanging out and shit. So it's like, use common sense, y'all. You know, a bitch who got morals. A bitch who stand on some shit. You know, if you my nigga, you not coming in no house past 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. You ain't coming in my house late. You better have your ass in the house at a decent time. Don't you play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? You better have your ass in the house at a decent time. So I'm like, okay, we hanging out, you know what I'm saying, late. So I'm not thinking like, oh, it's something going on. We going out to eat, you know, we going to eat and shit. He had this one spot that he loved to go. They was open late. He had this one spot that he loved to go to, this Colombian spot. They sell like burgers and shit. They sell all type of shit. We would go out there. We just, like, the time that we were spending, it just, no way that I felt like, I didn't really feel like it was another female, you know, that he was fucking with, you know. And then like at the time it was an apartment. So the apartment that he shared with the girl that he shared with her, he was like, he told me that he stayed with like a roommate. It was a roommate he stayed with. And it was his roommate and his roommate girlfriend, something like that. But basically he stayed with a roommate. Right? So of course it was believable to me. It was believable because he would have me pull up to the house. So, you know, I'm not thinking nothing of it because it's like, okay, what man gonna be that stupid? That nigga, I'm talking about baby. That baby was bold as fuck. That baby was bold. He was actually bringing me to the house that I found out later on was the house that him and the girl actually shared together. Him and his baby mama shared. But at the time, I didn't know that he was living with his baby mama. Because remind you, he told me that it was a roommate that he was staying with. And I'm thinking that it's believable because what man is going to bring another woman to another woman's house? Most men are not going to do that. They're not going to you know, do their dirt to where they lay their head at. So I'm thinking you got to be a dumb ass motherfucker to even play it dirty like that. So I'm not thinking none of it. You know what I'm saying? Even like, it's just, I'm talking about, y'all, it's a lot, y'all. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, I can't drop all the tape, but you know what I'm saying. So boom, I found out that he was living with his baby moms. Okay, one day, you know, we was talking on the phone, basically texting and shit like that. Sometimes we were talking on the phone, sometimes we would text, whatever. Anyway, you know how girls end up getting a nigga phone. So she ended up getting his phone. And she got his phone, and when she got his phone, I guess she saw us, you know, our conversations and stuff like that. She found out about me, basically, is what happened. And when she found out about me, she texted me and she was like, he's with his family. Yeah, bitch. Yes, y'all. She's like, I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, the fuck? What you mean with the family? So anyway, me and her end up talking. We had a conversation. She kicked his ass out. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you can come get him. You can come get him and get his shit. You know what I'm saying? She was saying that he has a family. You know what I'm saying? They was together. You know what I'm saying? She started telling me all this shit, right? She kicked his ass out. She even had, it was like one night she had hit him in the back of his head with a bottle, and he had like a scar. And I asked him, see the bitch found out that his ass was fucking around, cause I remember he had a scar on the back of his head. And I asked him, I said, what happened? Where you got that from? So she ended up doing that. But she did that because he was fucking with her still. He was still fucking with her. But he made it seem like, you know, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? I got kids, you know, that pretty much that's just the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So he never said he was fucking with his baby mama. He was with her, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how you meet a guy and you be like, okay, you got kids, whatever. Oh yeah, I got kids. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. 6-year-old, 3-year-old, whatever. And you know, me and my baby mama, we don't deal. We not together. Just I just got kids. You know, that type of thing. So I wasn't like I said, in the way that we was hanging, I wasn't thinking that he was with anybody, because we would spend so much time. And the way if she's supposed to be with him, the way he was moving, he just had no, like, in my opinion, he had no respect for her. He had no respect for her whatsoever, because the shit that he was doing, I wouldn't even be allowing that shit. Like, he was staying with her, but he was like I said, he would come in all times of the day. And then she would go, but see, I'm saying he was pulling off. He was pulling it off because what happened was, this how he was pulling off. He was pulling it off because she was a correctional officer. And so her shift, she would go to, what she would do is, she would go to work. She would go to work at like it's like an overnight shift. She would get off, like, she would go to work late at night, and she would get off like around 3, I want to say by anywhere from 4 to 6 in the morning. She would get off like early in the morning, so she would be gone. She wouldn't be home. And then what happened is, when she come home, she would get the baby from him. She would get the baby, and then he would head out the door and be out the door for the rest of the day. So let's say she come home 6 in the morning. So from 6 in the morning, all for the rest of the day, he outside. He outside doing what fuck he want to do, hanging out, doing what he want to do. He's not in that house with her. He's not hanging with her, none of that. He out. So I guess he was telling her, making it like he was hanging with his boy. I guess he means like he'll go with his boys and basically like really be with, I guess, me or whatever. Basically, he did the shit real slick. Like I said, I didn't think none of it. It made sense why he was able to pull it off. It made sense because, like I said, he would bring me over there to the house, so I wasn't thinking anything that he was with anybody, pretty much, that he was living with a bitch or anything like that. Like I said, the way he was moving, it just didn't seem like he was in a relationship. The way he was moving, I didn't think he was in a relationship with anybody. So boom, she ended up kicking him out. He had nowhere to go, basically. When she kicked him out, he was basically on it. He was out in the streets. Or whatever. Now, At the time, when she kicked him out, he went to go stay with, he was staying with his homeboy, and then he started staying summer with his brother, right? So he had to end up, let's start with the homeboy. So with the homeboy situation, he had to end up, like, him and his homeboy fell out because his homeboy felt like he had stole money from him, and his homeboy felt really disrespected. So his homeboy, like, I'm not gonna say his real name, but we just gonna call him Crucial. We're gonna say Crucial. Okay, we're gonna say Crucial. We're gonna say Crucial. We're not gonna call him by his actual name. His name gonna be Crucial. Okay, so Crucial started staying with his homeboy. So his homeboy, like, when his homeboy girlfriend would cook, he would give him his plates. His homeboy basically was looking out for him, basically, right? So him and his homeboy ended up falling out because he basically took his homeboy money, and he tried to make it seem like, now this boy was really looking out for him, and he tried to make it seem like, oh bro, I didn't take your money, these other dudes had took your money, woo woo, right? Now I ain't gonna lie, at first I didn't believe it at first, but as time went on, I began to see that he is capable of stuff like that. But I didn't think he was capable of stuff like that at first. So they felt like he went over there trying to, like, dog, I didn't take your money, dog. I didn't take your money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take your money, dog. Whatever. It was, I didn't. You was with those two. The two other dudes was with us. Woo, 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 you know what I'm saying? And his homeboy, like, mad as fuck. His homeboy like, nigga, the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So his homeboy telling me, like, man, it's a nasty man. It's nasty, man. He's saying that, whatever. He's saying that. I said, me don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He just, he saying all his shit, whatever. His homeboy was mad, boy. He was going to fuck off. You hear me? He was going to fuck off by his motherfucking money. His homeboy was going off by his money. So he was mad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, look out for him. You know what I'm saying? Look out for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I said, he used to look out for him. You know what I'm saying? He said every time his lady cooked, you know what I'm saying, he would give him his food and all that. He would give him his last plate and shit. His homeboy was telling me, like, his homeboy was telling me all this shit. But his homeboy, like, he's speaking in his homeboy speaking in his lingo. You know what I'm saying? Cause I think his homeboy, his homeboy was I forgot, but his homeboy was mad as fuck. So boom, they fell out. You know what I'm saying, his brother stayed, like, in, like, the complex behind where his homeboy stayed at, right? Or he started living with his brother. And his brother, he had to end up basically kind of like getting out of his brother's place because the leasing office found out that he was staying there without him supposed to be staying there because he wasn't on the lease. The job that he had, and then that's something, he just was all fucked up. He was homeless, fucked up, no money, just everything was all fucked up. Because to remind you, when I met him, he was working. He was working when I met him. But he decided that he got tired of that shit and he wanted to quit. So the time that he got kicked out, remind you, like, he don't quit his job and all that shit. So he just all fucked up. He out here in these streets fucked ass up. Got caught cheating, got kicked the fuck out, no money, ain't got no car, because the car he had ended up selling his car. He had sold his car too, selling his car. So he was just, I was talking about fucked up out here in these streets. And and he was like just basically burning bridges with everybody that he came in contact with. Like, everybody he come in contact with, like, he'll burn bridges. So, like, he ended up being put back in square one. You know what I'm saying? Then he ended up going back to the baby mama. Cause what he gonna do? He gotta go back to her because he need his house. He needs somewhere to stay. So now he gotta go back to baby mama because he needs somewhere to live. So he went back to baby mama. Baby mama ended up taking him back, and she ended up leaving him again and finally left him for good. That's story time.